and welcome back to our channel. Today we're talking about expired brochures and how you can use them to find new customers. This saves them from going in the recycling and gives them one last chance to see a fresh pair of eyes, which hopefully will turn into a customer. So, Lisa, talk to us.
Yes, it's a really good way, isn't it? I mean, like you said, what's the options? The options are we fling it in the recycling, or we get it out there as an expired brochure. Actually, that's just reminded me, I've got a really good sticker that I put on mine and I don't have it, but I might just nip and go and get it in a second.
Okay.
So getting it out there, although somebody did give me a really good idea last month, and they were basically saying as near as the end to the campaign as you can, just try and get the brochures, what you've got left, out and through doors where you're not collecting them, which I thought that's really quite good, isn't it? You know, because a lot of people drop, pick up, and some like me drop and don't pick up, so it's a blend of everything. So yeah, it's giving that brochure the last opportunity to basically get out there and find some new customers. So sometimes when I do my markets, I'm always trying to find a new road to canvas. So that could be potentially a place to go to with brochures. But over to you, Amy. And you're going to talk a little bit about the wording that goes on those brochures, aren't you?
Yeah, so I literally have to the side of me far too many boxes, only because I haven't got on top of it, of expired brochures. So this is back from April. So an expired brochure.
Keep talking. I'm going to go and get that sticker.
Okie dokie. So on the top here, I've just got some stickers, which I can pop the link below. And I think it's 16 on an A4 page for this. So on this sticker, all I've got is the wording. This is an expired brochure. If you would like to see a copy of the latest one, please contact me via mobile or email. And then I've put my mobile and email address. If you prefer to shop online, my link is, and then I've put my online shop link. If you're not interested, please pass on to someone else. So you are giving this book, see it as you're giving the book one very last chance to see somebody new. So even if the person you push it through the door then isn't interested, I've asked them to pass on to somebody else. So it might reach somebody else as well. So it's a great way, and it's surprising sometimes if I have 10 minutes of time here or pockets of time, it's amazing how many you can get out in 10 minutes. Just set yourself a 10-minute challenge, even if it's once a week. I think my record is 56 in 10 minutes. Because
yeah, last time you did this, I think it was either last week or the week before.
Yeah,
you got loads of calls, didn't you?
I got 6 new customers. Yeah, and that was from doing it for about 45 minutes. So yeah, so I actually got 6 new customers from pushing in a new area, actually, just a new area near me. I didn't know if it had a representative or not on the area, and you know, whether it was just pure coincidence of the streets that I popped down or whether the whole village isn't covered, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I had one customer phone me because she wanted some Skin So Soft. And I thought it was going to be just a one-off delivery. But actually, when I went and delivered the products to her, she asked for a book once every 3 months or so. She didn't want a book every single month. But I just explained to her how Avon is actually my full-time job, and you know, how I love it, where roughly I was in the village next door and things. And whether it was that did it for her, or that she always wanted to see a brochure every few months, but yeah, so she asked to see a brochure every couple of months. So and then the other 5 people just contacted me and said, can I have a copy of the latest brochure? So yeah, it really does work. And like I say, just set yourself maybe possibly a 10-minute challenge. It saves you from putting them in your recycling or a customer's recycling. It just gives the book one last chance, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about you. Sometimes I'm driving around and I go, ooh, that's a good road. You know, or somebody might have found me selling something on Facebook Marketplace and I go to deliver it and I'm like, oh. So I would also recommend, if you have a car and you drive, keep If you have any, keep some in your car, in your boot, you know, even if it's 20. But sometimes what I do, because I've got random customers everywhere, I will go out with one to do a delivery, or I'm dropping off somebody a brochure, and I might expire brochure, you know, the rest of that street,
Yeah.
a couple of months or everything ever. But I've got a different sticker on mine. I don't know if you've seen these, and they say, "Love Avon, not seen a book lately. This is a recent edition and shows all our great new ranges." And if you haven't seen a book lately, your friends and family probably haven't either. Open an account. So this is trying to encourage people to become what we call either a personal shopper or a VI, you know, a rep themselves. So if they click that link, that's going to take them to join Avon. So there's two options. They can either shop, or they can become a rep themselves.
I love that idea.
And then I've got one at the top that just says, "Just want to buy, simply call Lisa," and then that's that. Now, normally I don't put order forms in,
No, I don't either.
you know, so normally I've stickered these up. I just haven't taken the forms out. And then I do put my normal little mini leaflet in, and they just go out. They're in the boot of the car, no plastic bags. And then they're an opportunity, really, an extra little sort of, you know, quick get it out kind of thing. If you're somewhere, you know, and you're like, "Oh, I just don't know." But, you know, if you're in an area, you know, you could be using them potentially to canvas for looking for reps as well, couldn't you? You know,
Absolutely.
looking at doing.
Absolutely. And if for some reason you're just starting out and you don't want to invest too much money, you haven't got to do stickers and print them off. You could also just use some post-it notes and just pop a handwritten note on the post-it note and just say, "This is expired. Please feel free to contact me if you want the latest one." So it really doesn't have to be exactly as we're doing it. It's just an idea, and then you can adapt it your way to suit your budget as well. So like I say, post-it notes, you know, you can get them from the pound shop, can't you? And then just put a little written note on it. I just personally do the stickers with it printed on because I have so many brochures. That's just easier for me. But if you have got the brochures from your starter kits, or you're brand new and so you haven't you know, built up the money yet or what have you, you can just use the post-it note. So they're not to be wasted at all. These are absolutely great tool.
You know, sometimes the prices don't change that much, you know, and sometimes I might honor it, you know, I might honor the price if it's not that much difference. You know, it's different for everybody. I know some people do not like canvassing with expired brochures. Again, that's completely up to them. But if you have, you know, if you have brochures left at the end of the month and that's what you want to do, then it's completely up to you what you do with them. You know, so just I just think it's good to do something with them. I feel bad putting them in your recycling, and I don't think you're allowed to take them to the tip because it's commercial waste.
Yeah,
I think you're allowed to put them in your own recycling. I think you're allowed to do that. But, you know, I think just get out and use them. And, you know, if you're a family and you're going out for a walk, you know, it's lighter nights at the moment, you know, try and get out and have a little walk, or go out with your partner, or if you've got a dog and you're out walking, you know, you might want to invest in a little pulley truck, or look out for one on Facebook Marketplace, or, you know, again, Amazon. Have a little look and just, you know, use them as a tool for finding new customers, really. Just because it's expired, people still read it.
Absolutely. And obviously we do occasionally get some new products, but they're not so regular that you don't feel that you couldn't, you know, use expired brochures. Predominantly all of the products are exactly the same. So you know, they're not, although they're expired, as long as they're not over a year expired, I would say that we pretty much have the same products in them as well. So don't let that put you off too. Yeah, so I mean, you could do this in a nearby village or if you're city centre, you know, just a few, you know, if you're trying to develop your customer network, you could just kind of branch out a little bit further.
I did a new estate I think it was last week. So we'd gone out somewhere, I don't know, coming back from somewhere, and I was like, oh, there's a new estate. Can we just have a quick drive round? So we drove round. I sort of estimated there would be about 55 houses. And then I think the next day the weather was gorgeous. And I was like, right, I think that won't take me that long because I live on a new estate, and sometimes it's quite good because the doors are right on the road. So
Yeah,
you can pretty much, like if it's a new estate, you can pretty much get brochures out fast. I
yeah,
think I can probably do 40 brochures in, I don't know, 10 minutes on a new estate. It's really, you
yeah,
can really get them out. Or even long roads where all the doors are on, terraced houses, semis. Obviously, if you're going to be going down big detached paths, it's going to take you a bit longer, but
yeah.
long roads with doors, lots of doors. Oh, I'm always looking out for them, like, oh, this is a good road, isn't it?
Get more out in a short space of time.
And how has it helped your business doing this, Amy?
Do you know what? It's really, really helped. Like you said, I did it a couple of weeks ago, and from doing, I think it was just under 45 minutes. So I think I got out about 100 brochures because I bumped into somebody I knew. I got out 6 new customers, and if you think about it in any other way, how would you find 6 new customers
Yeah,
within 45 minutes? It would be quite difficult.
yeah,
So yeah, it's really, really helped my business. It's definitely helped gain, my 350 odd customers. Or sometimes the other way that I've had it as well is as you build up your reputation more and more as well. I've had it in the past where I've popped an expired brochure through the door, and someone has contacted me because they want a book, and they go, oh, you're Amy, aren't you? And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. And they've heard from somebody else who, whether it's a customer or they've seen the brochure in a business, and then it's kind of, they've then got the brochure through the door as an expired brochure. It's kind of like gives them that little bit more of an because you are here, there, and everywhere effectively.
yeah, especially when you're starting, because like, and you're
Yeah,
delivering. It's good to sort of take some expired ones with you, and sort of, because you will find a road where you're randomly delivering something and it's like, oh, well, now I've got 40 houses in this road and I've got one customer. So I might as well do a bit of extra around here and try and build that up.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely, for me, like, you might find that your boxes build up a little bit depending on how many brochures you order, but then you can set yourself a bit of a personal challenge of how many boxes can I get cleared today. I mean, I just personally use, oh, bear with me, the boxes that our brochures come in. So I think that holds what, around 50, something like that. So, and like I say, I think my personal target that I've hit is like 56 brochures in 10 minutes. So if you can get rid of a whole box in 10 minutes, think about, how quickly you can get rid of them, really.
It's exercise, it's getting you out, and in this time of year as well, it's ideal, isn't it? And it's
Yeah,
pockets of time, and these are the little jobs that you want to be doing in the day. You don't want to be stickering these up in the day. You want to be stickering up overnight or doing whatever, writing your little
yeah,
labels out, get ready for the day, get out. I like to get out early, and then I
yeah,
can't procrastinate and I can't talk myself out of it. Once the kids are in school, like 9:30, 10, I'm happy going out. So
yeah.
yeah, these are like pockets of time jobs that you're going to be fitting in your day, and these are kind of going to help you find these customers, because if we don't do anything, we're not going to find them, are we?
No, not in the slightest, not in the slightest. And, like I say as well, that reputation will build up. And the more effort you put in your business, the more you're going to get out of it ultimately. But you have to want it. Like, if you want it, it's there. These are just hints and tips and ideas, aren't they?
And we can't do it for you. And
Nope.
you need to find some fire in your belly. And when I go out doing expired brochures, I like to put a bit of a comedy podcast on, because I find that sort of, I kind of, that's what I like doing. But there's loads of things you can listen to, positive music, podcasts. You can download things, listen to them, ebooks. We like listening to an ebook, don't we? We're going to listen to the same ebook this week. So that's it. We hope that you've really enjoyed this episode. I know this is something that you'll either love or you won't. You'll do it or you won't. It'll be for you or not. But we'd love to hear from you in the comments. Is this something you do? Is this something you think you might like to try? Do you end up with brochures at the end of the month? Do you throw them in the recycling? You know, can you afford to throw those marketing tools away? So we hope we've really jogged some ideas in your brain today. But please let us know, and yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Also, if you've got any questions for us, if you want to get in touch with either of us, you can email us. Our email is thevirtualbeautybar@gmail.com. And yeah, I think that's it. Is that a wrap for today, Amy? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you
Yeah,
hear first about our latest or future podcasts. I suppose it's a bit of a podcast, isn't it?
yeah,
You can kind of like got podcasts on the brain. It's an episode, yeah. So be first to hear about it and watch first, but please comment, because then we know there's people watching and listening. And if you have any value out of these episodes, then we'd really appreciate you doing that for us. And then we know that we can carry on making them and they are of some value to people. So that's it from us today.
yes.
We'll
We'll
see
see
you next
you
time.
soon.
Bye.
Bye.